a live coaching program. So as a start date and an end date, everyone comes in together. Each client will be on the same journey. They start on the same lesson and they'll end at the same lesson. Hybrid. So this has a live component where you're doing live calls. It also has pre-recorded curriculum, which would be if you did a group coaching, like a signature program, a premium program, you would put that in a course hosting platform or wherever you want to host it, and they would have access to that. But the groups are still in cohorts, so they come in at the same time and they leave at the same. The next one is your Evergreen Hybrid. Okay, and this is where you're going to get the most leverage. Okay, here's what happens when you move to Evergreen. You have open enrollment, so there's no start or end date. Okay, you have your pre-recorded curriculum stayed in your office and your platform. You have a live component, but it's not curriculum based. I'm working with my clients. This is kind of where my clients get tripped up. They're like, I don't really know what to do on the calls. I don't really know how that would work. I don't know the structure of how to structure an Evergreen program. And that's where I come in and help them structure it and organize it in a way that's gonna get those clients results. It's going to make sure that they have the client journey as the forefront to their program. All of those things are taken into consideration when I work with them, but that's really where a lot of people get some quick wins in that live too. Okay, so and the goal is for everybody to get quick wins in any program, but that live is really designed to, each incremental step needs to be, whatever the next call is. Okay, so that's kind of how live works. Hybrid, you get to increase your capacity. The cohorts are still entering at the same time. You're running multiple groups. You're having one call per group a week at the minimum, right? And with the course online, they do have some flexibility with their client journey, okay? And then you've got the Evergreen Hybrid, which we talked about. So you can host 1 or 2 calls a week. You can serve all the clients at those calls. And if you can't see it now, I would help you. That's how we put it on, is relationship building, right? And with and between clients. So you want to build your relationship with clients, but you also want your clients to build relationships with themselves. It's a huge piece of what you're doing, is creating that community experience. This is another thing you want. You want easy access to curriculum with a direct roadmap to reach each milestone. So you really want to be clear about the roadmap they are taking. Digestible, simplified, and streamlined instructions and content that is result-oriented, giving them practical steps. I know this is a lot, it's a mouthful. Giving them practical steps to implement at each stop along the mile. They need to have sustainable systems, processes, and routines for clients to get feedback, ask questions, access groups, resources, curriculum, and to the process. And really this is so they can process, integrate, and apply what they learn without being overstimulated by trying to navigate through your program. You want to avoid overfilling the content and curriculum with supplemental information that will distract or deter them from taking action or getting results, right? Your clients on a scavenger hunt, which is what I was just talking about, to find the resources they need. You want to keep your content and curriculum organized and easily accessible. The thing you want to avoid is having too many steps. Okay, too many steps or overly complicated instructions or too much curriculum to review before getting results. Simplify. Okay, they don't need all of it. They need the exact piece that's going to get them the result. It's going to get them to take action for that result. They have to do the work. You want to empower them with the information you're giving them, but you don't want to overcomplicate. You don't want to give too much. You don't want to deter from the actual result. In order to do that, you need to really make it clear. You need to do X to get to Y. Like, that's it. Okay. You don't want them to problem solve how to navigate through your program. Okay. We want to make things simple. We want to have seamless, we want it to be seamless for you and for them. The more problems they come across, the more problems you're going to have to solve, right? So it's easier. You may not find all the, the hiccups along the way when you're first building it out. Okay. So here we're back this model again, where we're actually now able to see the leverage. All right. This purple right here is, of course, your signature program design and curriculum. That is the foundation of your client journey. That's the foundation. So the curriculum is strategic. Okay, there's a strategic way you want to organize your curriculum. It's going to incorporate various ways for clients to be seen, heard, honored, and recognized, and it delivers on the promise when it's strategically designed. Okay, so that's that big foundational piece here. You can see at this live level, you're kind of doing the work with them. They don't have a curriculum on the back end, right? So the live 2, maybe this is your second go round. You've put some pieces like meditations and tapping and other strategies in your back office. That's a piece of it, but there's just, it's not a full foundation yet. Okay. And then we're looking at, like, along the way, it just has to be stronger and stronger to hold it up. All right. So this client journey is really where you're going to help them deepen their transformation, right? They get this collective healing. They're seen, heard, honored, and recognized, right? And this is when we start to see an increase, a triple in your revenue. You're going to have renewals, referrals, resales. The resales would be on different experiences you provide your clients, and we're going to talk about that a little later. And again, you're delivering on your promise. So we're starting to see the return here, the triple on your the tripling of your revenue just by the renewal, referral, and resales. Okay, and then we look at this revenue here, and you can see that it goes up. Use the data to determine where the clients are falling off, where they're struggling, and why they aren't getting results. And usually if you have your course, your signature program hosted on a platform, they actually have the data for you. In the journey our clients fall off, we can tweak, adjust, and modify our curriculum to better support our clients. It could be curriculum, it could be organization, it could be, client acknowledgement, right? So those are things that we need to be thinking about. We talked about those different things that are needed in a signature premium group coaching program, okay? And then you're going to start to be able to get optimum results, right? The current rate of success in the industry, like I talked about, is 20%. Think about it. That's 20% of people investing. Like, if a coach has 100 people in the program, only 20 people are getting the results that they were promised. Whereas when you think about your whole journey from A to Z, if you chunk out pieces of your journey, your signature program, you can create new assets with it. Okay, and we're going to talk about what that looks like. Okay, so you can create an online course, which when I work together with my clients, the first thing we do obviously is start putting it and tweaking it and getting it ready to go into a platform so they have an online course, because an evergreen program really needs that. The only way it works is by having that asset. So you'll have your online course. You can then modify your one-on-one to be high ticket based on the outcome that you get from your signature program, and you can walk them through that program, or you can modify it to meet them where they are and change things as you go, but that becomes a higher priced item. Okay, so a lot of times when we start out doing one-on-ones, we're starting at the lower level. This, you're going to pivot that. You're going to take your high tickets and your one-on-ones, and they're going to be your high ticket because they're going to have more access to you. Okay. And then this is where I'm talking about, you can take little bits and pieces of your signature program and turn them into workshops. And those could be paid. Those could be for launches. Oh, I forgot to put in here. You can take, one big piece, a portion of your signature program and turn it into your webinar, right? To enroll people, to help, people moving towards your direction, right? Then of course you can do retreats, and then you can create multiple smaller courses. I mean, there's just so much you can do once you have it totally mapped out, designed, and structured. Then you put the client journey first. You deliver on your promise, you get your clients' results, and you triple your revenue all in one with increased referrals, renewals, and resales. Okay, that's huge. Client journey comes first. Client journey comes first. And how do you do that? You do that by strategically designing your premium signature program. Okay? So, to recap, we covered various group coaching models and saw how the hybrid evergreen group coaching program is the most leveraged. We discussed why the client journey is the key ingredient to tripling your revenue through renewals, retention, and resales. And we learned that data is a huge driver for success in our program. We also uncovered the multiple assets you can create from just your strategically designed premium signature group coaching program that also increases your revenue. So you've got the tripling of your revenue by those 3 R's. You also have your assets that you can leverage, and exponentially that over time, once you get everything dialed in, becomes like your systematized process. 3 key ways you can modify your current program. If you don't have a program, don't worry. Just put in 3 key ways you can consider the client journey when designing your premium program, premium signature program. Okay, so that's day 1 homework.